Okay, welcome back to the Adventure Within channel. My name is Andrew Fritz. I'm a clairvoyant healer and meditation teacher. And in this video, I'd like to talk about healing, and especially healing in regards to the physical body. Um, so obviously, if something has manifested on a physical level where there's an ailment or illness, um, probably would be wise to address it physically, obviously, because it's gotten all the way down to the physical level. So you want to treat it at that level, the physical level. But at the same time, also, you want to be doing the energy work. You want to work it from not one or the other. It's both. If whatever has come down and manifested as an ailment, that oh yeah, you can treat it from both sides, from the spiritual side of things and also the physical side of things. Um, and then there's kind of the preventative. Obviously, it's probably a good idea to pay attention to, hey, what is it that we're eating and drinking, and are we moving our bodies, and just, basic things that kind of maintain and improve at least health on a physical level, right? Um, are we getting enough nutrients and all that? I'm definitely not an expert in that, but it's just kind of common knowledge at this point. Um, but when it comes to really, caring and especially on a preventative level, is looking at the more unseen levels of consciousness, right? And when we talk about things like an energy system, so your different energy channels in the body and these, different chakras, and we probably all heard these seven meter chakras in the body. So learning to run energy through this energy system to clean out these different levels of consciousness and energy centers, kind of where our abilities are at. If a chakra is all jammed up and slowing down, or stuck, or it's running on other people's energy, yeah, then that's going to impact you, and probably that maybe aspect of your, whatever organs are related to that chakra, and that chakra related to the corresponding layer of your aura, an aspect of your life, it will start to show up. But so yeah, it's something we teach in a basic meditation series, how to run earth and cosmic energy, two neutral healing energies that validate body and spirit, that you can run through that energy system to clean out the channels and chakras. That's a healing. That's one thing. And then if you've heard of different vehicles of consciousness or different energy bodies, like, in addition to a physical body, oh, well, there's an etheric body, or, more commonly it would be like the astral body, um, and mental body, and so on. And, taking a look at these different vehicles of consciousness and doing the healing there. Sometimes something's happening on an inner level of consciousness, and if we don't make some sort of adjustment, it can make its way all the way down and manifest on a physical level. So preventative care, if you will, is, yeah, you want to learn how to ground and release energy, and run neutral healing energies through your energy system, and even just discovering your own energy and running that through your channels and chakras, because your body's going to run best on your energy. That's going to feel good. That's going to work out best. And you could run things like Kundalini, or, your masculine energy, your feminine energy, your willpower, this energy of love, and your personal healing energy, and the list goes on, right? Um, so yeah, it's something to look at, and even beyond, an energy system and chakras and channels, or these different energy bodies, um, is looking at yourself as a being. And I think that's where really the real healing is. That's where it's at. There's these three parts of you as a being. We could call the one the feeling self, that sensitive, powerful part of you that can reside in the physical heart region, and a reasoning self that kind of oversees analytical function, that can reside in the pineal gland region. And then there's another part of you, your higher self, that is out of the body in an out of body chakra above the aura. And there's these three parts of you, and you can do healing to all three aspects. That's, I think, is a, but especially those lower two, the lower two selves, the feeling self and the reasoning self. What are you holding on in your spiritual heart and um, kind of in your mind? What are you holding on to? What limits and illusions and lies and heavy energy? Sometimes we're holding on to old pain and guilt and disappointment, and this can really weigh us down. And that can manifest in certain ways, um, even on a physical level. So paying attention to all these different things you can take a look at and work on, I think, is really helpful in maintaining health. But yeah, I mean, obviously, it's sometimes when we get real super uber spiritual, that we kind of go, oh, I'll just tackle it totally from the spiritual end and ignore the physical healing or possibilities of treatment on a physical level. And yeah, I think it's being able to look at both, that, oh, I can work on physical healing. Maybe there's certain foods or certain treatments and whatever it might be that can help on the physical level, but then also doing the energy work and doing both. But yeah, it's good to take a look at. We offer, we talk about chakras and the energy system and how to run neutral energies to clean out the energy system in a basic meditation series. And going beyond that, we have other advanced trainings where you can learn to turn on different abilities, such as clairvoyance tends to be the focus, where you can start to open up and see, oh wow, you can start to see these different energy bodies. We have a training just focused on the astral body. It's called the lucid dreamer, because that astral body tends to be, related to dreaming. And it's all about healing that body. But we have other trainings where we look at all the different energy bodies and healing those. And then there's another training we offer that's, it's really about looking at the qualities of spirit and looking at the three parts of you and healing those three parts, and so that they can start to get more in agreement, and that they're actually communicating instead of operating independently of one another, that they can really start to work as one. Um, and then, wow, how does that transform your life? If these three parts are really operating in unison, then I think there's a lot more permission for magic and for miracles in your life, the things that we're all kind of wanting and seeking. Um, and sometimes it's just doing some of the energy work so that, oh yeah, they can get on the same page, instead of being at odds with one another. And because I think we all know what that feels like. We know what it feels like when our energy is stuck, and that doesn't feel good. And we know what it's like when our energy is in flow and in movement, and things are kind of smooth sailing in different parts or multiple parts of our life. Or we know what it's like when, we feel one way about something and think something completely different about that same thing. And it's just this constant at odds. And, how do we get these parts of ourselves kind of all on the same page? And what does that look like for you? That might mean something different for me and different for everybody else. But I think in general, yeah, it's going to be leading you to ultimately you kind of getting in tune with, oh, this is really what I'm here for in this lifetime, as opposed to you may be focused on, hey, this is just what was given to me, maybe some programming that you just kind of dabble in that, and eventually get to a point where you go, okay, this is really not really, this really isn't for me. I know there's something more, and sometimes we're aware of that, and sometimes we're not. And that's the fun thing about spirituality and doing this type of energy work, is that you have all these tools and techniques and basic information that you can use to heal yourself, and also start to remember who you truly are as spirit. And oh, why did I set this life up? What is this lifetime all about? and moving in that direction. Um, and when it comes to movement, that's what I look at as health. When our energy is in flow, when our energy is moving. Um, so it's we tend to think healing is just about the physical, and yes, you want to focus on that, but it's not the only thing. There's all these other hidden levels. To most people, if you're psychic and have these abilities on, then you start to become aware of these different levels. So you want to include healing to all of them, not just one. Um, but yeah, hopefully that is informative and helpful. If you like this video, give a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you want. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care.